couple months ago when I heard that Killer Mike and LP were teaming up for an album, I responded like this. Ooh! And then after looking forward to it for so many months, the album finally dropped. Did everything I could to get the physical copy. I went to 2 different record stores in Jersey. I went to the LP show in NYC where I was sure it would be for sale, but it wasn't. But that was an absolutely bananas concert. If you weren't there, definitely check out fifthroundmovement.com or Mr. Fifth Round on YouTube for some footage from that. Killer Mike was there, tore it down as usual. But unfortunately, I had to go to iTunes. Now let's take a look at this album track by track. Album starts out on a super high note. Big Beast, it leaked a couple months ago. It's T.I., it's Bun B, it's Killer Mike on an LP track. It's like every other track on the album is an LP track. And this is just absurd. It's 3 Dirty South legends on one of the best producers in the history of hip-hop's beats. It's the kind of track that if someone told you in, say, 2002 this track would ever be possible, you'd be like, oh, get out of here, that would never happen. It does happen. It's way better than you can even imagine. Definitely check out Big Beast by Killer Mike, Bun B, T.I., beat by LP. Dope. It's dope. It's so good. Track number 5, JoJo's Chillin', one of my highlights of the album. Killer Mike tells a pretty cool story. It involves airports and Ghostface Killer going from Atlanta to Soho, New York, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Really cool story. And then LP's beat is just, somehow it's retro and futuristic at the same time, and it really works well together. Killer Mike uses a flow he doesn't use that much, and it's really just a sick track. So that's JoJo's Chillin', number 5 on Rap Music. Another highlight, an album full of highlights, is definitely track number 6, Reagan. LP supplies a sick beat, and Killer Mike does what way too few rap artists are willing to do in 2012. He takes a stance on politics, and not only that, but he does something no rapper will do, and talks critically about Obama. And what really cool is he takes the 80s and the Ronald Reagan era, breaks that down to this new generation that maybe we're too young for it, or maybe, even if you're old enough, doesn't get talked about enough in hip-hop. Breaks down what happened during the Reagan era, how it extended in politics through the 90s and the 2000s, and why we are in the political climate we are today. So definitely got to take my hat off to LP for supplying a sick beat, and Killer Mike for having just the guts to take a political stance. It's so dope. It's sick. Maybe my favorite track on the album, number 9, Butane. Killer Mike comes through with 2 sick verses. LP bats clean up on the 3rd verse. When I saw him live in New York City, they kind of introed the track by Killer Mike did his verse. He said, I was happy with what I did, and then LP came in and just tore it down even more. The jury's still out. Both guys wrecked the track, but it's just a sick, just a great combination of that NYC backpack underground hip hop mixing with that Dirty South, but the intelligent version of it that Killer Mike presented for his whole career. Just tearing up, just another fire starter of a track. Butane, again, it's dope. It's so good. Album finishes up with rap music, R.A.P. music. Again, it's produced by LP, and it starts out with this really cool spoken word piece by Killer Mike, this short intro where he talks about how he never really felt religious or close to God except when he's listening or making rap music, which I think it really echoes true with a lot of hip-hop heads out there. And then he goes on in the verses to talk about how he realizes how important it is that he's an MC and his words can save a life and save the streets and save communities and make people think about things differently, and everything he does is important. And he talks about the lineage of, I'm a rapper, but I'm a product of George Clinton, James Brown, Muddy Waters, all the stuff that led up to me being an MC in 2012 and making this album that's combining the Dirty South and NYC and kind of just really speaking to people all over. Definitely, it's a great song, definitely a great way to close the album. So you got Killer Mike's rap music, definitely check out. LP's Cancer for Cure, definitely check out. fifthroundmovement.com, new episodes every Friday. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Fifth Round, and we'll see you next time.